Hey guys, I'm EDC. I'm back here on the Mindcrack server. I'm inside the Nether specifically because I wanted to show you this ugly monstrosity that I've made. Cobblestone slabs, some blocks, and some fence gates. Why? Because for some reason, the pigmen keep getting angry. I know several other people, and myself included, have been almost immediately killed by angry pigmen when you go through the portal. So you come through the portal and all of a sudden there's like 10 really pissed off pigmen that are right here and they just immediately start killing you. So I died once. I didn't really lose anything. I managed to get everything back. I know Kurt died a couple of times and some other people have died as well. So I put the slabs in here and then I made these little kind of turnstile thingies with the fence gates. So that way we don't have to worry about any of the pigmen being in here. Right now they seem to be passive. Yeah, they're not mad right now, but for some reason, every now and again they're mad. And I know the first thing people are gonna say is, oh, it's from the gold farm. I don't think so, because the gold farm is quite a distance away. However, as you can see, there is a pigman on the track right there. And I don't know if I want to test this or not. All right, well let's test this. Let's test this. Well, I don't know, because if I push the cart that way, he's just gonna take off running, or it's gonna take off going this way. Oh, did he disappear? He might have disappeared anyways. All right, well I can't test it. A couple weeks ago though, I was coming back from the gold farm, and there was a whole bunch of pigmen here. None of them were mad. They were all totally fine. They were like, we're cool. But then one of them got inside of the cart on accident. The cart went against the wall. It came back. It bumped into me. I didn't hit them. It just bumped into me. And then all of a sudden, all the pigmen got mad. So I don't know if it's a bug or a glitch or whatever that's going on, but it seems like if you bump a pigman that's inside of a cart, it triggers them to be mad or something. I guess they don't like being pushed. Something. I don't know. Let me show you down here though real fast. I want to show you what's been occupying a lot of my time is I've been making a lot of branch mines down here in the Nether. For those that don't know, quartz is very, very, very common in the Nether. However, the stuff that most people get is just on the surface. So it looks like you run out of quartz, but there's actually tons and tons of it inside the Nether. So I come down to this level, it's about level 20, and I just go up and down on all of the different paths here. Are you mad? Okay, he's not mad. He was coming right towards me. He looked like he was mad. So you just go back and forth, up and down the different paths, and you get quite a bit of quartz. Lots and lots of it. And if you go at height level between 18 and 25, if you have featherfall boots on, you don't have to worry about dying if you happen to open a hole down there. But really there shouldn't be because you're so close to bedrock. If you do open a little pit, like see if you were going up top there, you could fall quite a distance. But down there, you might find a cave below you, but it's going to be pretty small. And if you have feather falling, you're not going to worry about dying. And also, if you have a fire resist pot, you don't have to worry about fire damage. So basically, you can't get killed. So what I do is I just use my efficiency pick, and you just run at full speed, and you destroy tons and tons of netherrack, and you find quite a bit of quartz. And you don't have to worry about dying, because the fall damage can't hurt you, and also the fire can't hurt you. The lava. Oh, he didn't want to attack me. Okay, whatever. Yeah, alright, okay. Alright, so, down this way, I'm going to show you what I've been working on. I've got a decent amount of it completed. Well, actually, before we go into there, I did make a quick little nether wart farm. I'm going to empty it right now. This is very, very, very simple. Very simple. It's just water. It flows down a block, and then it goes over to here, and then it goes down onto the farm, and then over. And if you do that, then you can get an 8x8 area of nether wart, and then you'll have tons and tons and tons and tons of nether wart. So let me show you this. You just hit that, it closes off the water supply, and that's it. Very, very, very simple. And I made this just as a temporary farm. Let me grab that out of there. I'm going to put that in there, grab that. So as you can see, I've got 2 rows of the stuff right now, and then some. So just temp netherwart farm, take what you need, temporary torch, and then temporary extra sign. So I'm going to replant this real fast. You really don't need that much netherwart. Like, what I have right now will last me forever on this server. Like, I cannot imagine making that many potions. So unless someone makes, I think Pyro might actually be doing this right now. Unless they make like an automatic potion farm thingy where they have all the different, what do you call it? All the different, oh, I can't remember what that word is. Brewing stand? There we go. So if they have a whole bunch of brewing stands set up like in an automatic building, kind of like Etho did last server, and they have it to make all the different potions and stuff, then yeah, you can run out, but I mean, that's a lot of netherwart. So after I get quite a bit of netherwart, I'm just gonna rip that down because it doesn't need to be there. All right, let me go in here. Oh, I'm gonna need some more stone though. Let me get rid of this dirt and show you what's been going on. Get rid of this clay as well. I made a whole bunch of cyan clay. Where is the stone? Oh, that's a little bit. I need more than that. Here we go. Here we go. Let's grab that. All right, we're gonna head over here. And I've been working on the, I don't know how to call it. This is open. Okay, so like this is gonna be completely enclosed. This is not even gonna be accessible. So pretend like this is, you can't get in there. So there's gonna be wall here, wall here. It's gonna go up to there, and then this is gonna come out over here. Same thing with this side. But once you get out to here, like there's gonna be wall here, but it's gonna be open air. So it's gonna be kind of like a courtyard. I guess that's probably the best way to call it. Courtyard-ish, sort of. I don't know. So I've been working on this a little bit. Get out of here. We got a little kind of walkway bridge thing right there. And then over here, I've completed a lot of this. So the ground here is 3 blocks away from the wall. I decided to make it 3 blocks away. Originally, it was only going to be 1 block away, but then after realizing how much quartz I was going to need, I'm like, well, clay is a lot easier to get than quartz, so I'm going to make it 3 blocks away. Except in some areas, you can see it's 2 blocks away, so I'm going to kind of have to fiddle with it. But I've got all the way over to here done. All the clay is done, all the way around. But the quartz is done to about here, and the quartz is also done to about there. And you can see all the different pillar things. They're going to be arches that are inside, so this is going to go up and around down to there. And then all of the rest of it is going to be covered up. And then the dome and the pillars will be right there. I do need some water, though. Let me go grab some buckets real fast. Grab some buckets. Where are my buckets? Here we go. Buckets, buckets. I need 2 of them. Now, this courtyard area has water on both sides. So for now, I'm going to put some stone down below. I'm going to look at how it looks. We'll see how it looks. That sounds a little bit better. So I'm going to finish out this area right here. And it's just going to be stone for right now. However, over here, I did leave some andesite. So I think what I'm going to do is after I fill it with stone, I'm going to replace a little bit with andesite. So I'm going to take care of that right now. Alright, I've added some andesite into the floor. I really like how stone and regular andesite kind of flow together. The polished obviously doesn't quite flow because it's got the tiled look to it. But this looks very natural. It looks like it's the same material, just one part of it has been maybe weathered a little bit more. So that's why I like using the andesite and the stone. However, I tried using cobble. It doesn't really work. It's, I don't know, it looks like it's a little too damaged. It's a little too damaged, so it doesn't quite work the way I want it to. So I'm just going to use stone and andesite for now. Maybe I'll put in some bricks or something later, but for right now, I think the stone and the andesite is fine. This area right here is going to be covered by water, so it doesn't really need to be that detailed. In fact, let me get started on that. So I'm gonna head out here, and we need to make a quick little infinite water source right here. Drop down the bucket and start to fill this up. All right, so we're gonna place one right here, and oh, you know what? Oh, I kind of wish it was discolored, like the swamp. It would look so much better than the bright blue. The bright blue doesn't quite match what it was in the game, because in the game it was really like kind of murky, so it doesn't really work with the bright blue. But I guess we don't really have much of a choice. I mean, a biome is a biome, so that's about it. The game, by the way, in case you're unfamiliar with, that I'm referring to is the Legacy of Kain series. The Soul Reaver game specifically is where the Sanctuary of the Clans came out. So I'm just gonna put this along the wall here, and as you can see, it is starting to autofill. So I'm gonna finish this, and we'll be back, and I'll show you the finished product. Well, not quite finished, because I still need to build the pillars, but we'll see. You'll see this part. The water is all done, and I forgot to show you this. My new boots. They are Depth Strider 3, Feather Falling 4, Unbreaking 3, Protection 4. That is the best you can possibly get in vanilla Minecraft. So check it. Look at these babies. Look how fast you move. Oh yeah, it's pretty nice. So the reason why I made these was for the quartz branch mining that I was doing. So if I fell, I wouldn't take damage, but I also added all the other stuff because I'll eventually need a good set of diamond armor. Now, unfortunately, Depth Strider doesn't really work that well on flowing lava. When water or lava is flowing, you don't really move that quickly through it. You still have to fight against the current, which slows you down. So that kind of messes things up. But as you can see, if you're just walking around in water like this, you move at full speed, man. That is so nice. That is so nice. If you try to jump, though, you do slow down. But as soon as you hit the ground, you hit full speed again. So pretty nice. I am gonna have to leave at least one or two of these blocks missing. I don't want to put a ladder here. I might end up putting a ladder. I kind of don't want to, though, because it kind of breaks it up. So I think if I just leave one block missing, then if for some reason I happen to fall in there or someone happens to fall in, you can still get out. Although, then again, I don't really see, like, why would someone fall in? Like, I'm putting like safety precautions in this area, and if someone falls in, they can just, I think they could just break it and get out. It really shouldn't be that much of an issue. So I'm just gonna put that there for right now. I still have to work on the wall, which is why I'm gonna leave that missing. But all right, so these are gonna be columns. Now for these, it's gonna probably be a mix of stone, and then I'm gonna use some of the. Actually, you know what? I don't think it goes like that. I think. I need some of the, here we go, right here. There we go. So I need the chiseled. So I think I'm gonna use the chiseled in the middle here. And this is gonna go all the way up. It's probably gonna go up like, I don't know, 8 or so blocks. Oh, maybe not even that high. How tall is this? It's basically gonna be as tall as that. So it's gonna go up to there. So there's gonna be the one pillar here. Let me put this in. I'm gonna put that right there, and of course I'll mix in some andesite and stuff, and then there's gonna be a smaller pillar right here, and then a even smaller one right there. There are mobs that are trapped in the walls because this isn't completely lit up or completely filled, so there are mobs that are trapped in the walls. It's ambiance. It'll be ambiance. They disappear, they despawn whenever you leave the area, but when you come back in, they will spawn in there. I don't think I'm gonna go through and light up all of that little area. Like I said, it's nice little ambiance. It's ambiance. Well, I'm glad I got this part done anyways. And it's coming along pretty nicely. I do most of the work during the live streams. So if you want to check that out while I'm building it. But a lot of it, like, oh god. A lot of, like, this, it's just... oh, doing this stuff, oh man. It's just very time-consuming. Let me put it that way. What are you doing? Get out of here. Do you know how much time it took to get that quartz? How expensive that stuff is? I don't need you wrecking it. Get the heck out of here. But I think that is going to be it for now. I'm going to work on the pillars some more and try to close that area up. And then I'm going to work on also adding some details into the main parts of the walls. But that is going to be it for this one. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Remember, always blame the controller because it's never your fault.